Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. Welcome to our season 23-24 video catalog. Before we get too far into this, I'd like to take just a moment to thank each and every one of you who have purchased lures and baits from us this year, this past season. We greatly appreciate it. We hope that you've had a lot of success with it. We want to wish you continued success in the future. We're going to bring up some new products for y'all this year that we've been working on over the past few years. We finally got them tested and got them right where we want them. And I believe if you give them a try, you're going to be very well satisfied. So without any further ado, let's kind of jump off into this. So first things first is we still have our Fox River Call number 1. It's a rodent-based lure. Call type lure. It's not a long distance call. There is a difference there. I've explained that in some of my other videos, the difference between long distance call and a call lure. It's very attractive to all predators. It can be used in a dirt hole. It can be used at a flat set. It can be used at a grab and die type set. However you choose to use this lure, I feel very confident that you're going to have very good results with it. Works very well on fox, coyote, bobcat, coon, anything that will catch a fox, a coyote, or a bobcat. I'm sorry guys, you're not going to avoid the raccoons, skunks, and possums. It's just impossible to do. So we get that out of the way right off the bat. So anyway, that's our Fox River Call number 1. Fox River Call number 2 is an accomplice to this lure. It's a gland-based lure. I spent several years developing this lure to get it to where it is. It's really sweet, really mild. It's not loud and offensive in any way, which most of my stuff is that way. Very, very attractive to the red fox. Very attractive to coyotes. Works very well on cats as well. And again, we'll pick up the possum, skunks, and coon along the way too. Wolfer's Choice is a food-based coyote lure. I say coyote in a loose term there. It will catch red fox. It will also catch bobcats. It causes a really intense digging reaction. Works very well in dirt holes. Will also work very, very well on grab and die sets. Works awesome for you guys that are out west running M44s. It's a lure that they want to bite and pull on. You don't find that very often. It's hard to get a lure that they want to do that with. But Wolfer's Choice is one of them. Wolfer Supreme number 1. That is a bobcat meat based lure. Holds a very high attraction to cats, coyotes, fox, and any of the wolf clan. Holds a very high attraction to all of those. Again, you can use it in a dirt hole, you can use it in a flat set, you can use it on a grab and die type set. Wolfer Supreme number 2 is the same formula as number 1, only it's made with skunk meat over bobcat meat. You'd never know there was any skunk in it though. I mean, just a touch. It's really sweet, really mild. Again, works very well down a dirt hole, works very well in a flat set or a grab and die type set, either one. Longliners Pal. Now we had a little mishap with the Longliners Pal this year, but hopefully we've eliminated that little problem, and we will not be out of it this year. Longliners Pal is probably one of the finest food-based odors that you're ever going to stick your nose in. It's a cultured fish egg base. We'll catch everything from a mink to otter to coyotes to black bears. Anything you might want to throw Longliners Pal at, it's gonna work for you. Lobo Call is made with a base that predators cannot resist. It's not beaver, it's not bobcat, it's not muskrat. It's a completely different base than what anybody else is using anywhere. Again, another one that works really well down a dirt hole, works really well at a flat set, and again at a grab and die type set as well. Causes a really intense digging reaction, but it also another one that causes that bite pull reaction. So if you're out west, you're using something on M44s, or you're looking for something to use on M44, this is one that can be used also. Cat Call. You guys that have used catcall know how it works. Very well on bobcats, works excellent on otters and flat sets. If you've got sandbars or you've got an otter toilet close by, do not be afraid to put in a flat set just the same way as you would for a coyote or a bobcat or a red fox. The only difference is you lure it with a bobcat gland lure. This lure will pick up all those otter for you that you might miss somewhere else. It's deadly on bobcats. It works really well on wised up coyotes, and it's really good on gray fox as well. Catcall is one that you don't want to be without. Blackfoot. Blackfoot is a very fine product. It's probably one of my most overlooked lures as far as being a cat lure. It's one it's different from with a capital D, okay? It's just different. It's not a gland-based lure. It's really not a food-based lure either. It's kind of that in-between curiosity type lure. Works very well on cats. Works pretty good on red fox and pretty good on coyotes. Really well on gray fox too. Blackfoot is one that you ought to, it's a really good accomplice to Blackfoot. High Plains Mesa. High Plains Mesa is a lure that was entrusted to me from Larry Gene Pate out of Idalou, Texas. I purchased the formula from him. High Plains Mesa is a cat gland based lure. Again, works very well on otters as well. If you guys that are looking for a change up for otters, you want to look at that. You want to look at High Mesa, you want to look at catcall. Both of those are really good on otters too. High Mesa is a very good cat lure. Takes its fair share of spotted bellies for you. Gray Bandit. Gray Bandit is another one that I got from Larry Gene. That is a coyote gland lure in the supreme sense. Very good. Smells like a rank old coyote. If you're wanting something that's not your average bottle of urine with a gland drug through it, this is one to take on. Montana Red is a red fox gland lure, again from Larry Gene Pate. Montana Red is just as good as the Gray Bandit as far as smelling like a red fox. Smells identical to a red fox. It's not a bunch of urine with just a gland in it here and there. It's full of glands. Does what it's supposed to do. You know, use it at the rim of a dirt hole, use it down at the base of a urine post set. You know, you're going to have really good results with either one of those lures. Death Valley. Death Valley is a long distance call lure in the highest sense. You want something that's going to stay with a set and not fade out like so many do these days. Death Valley is one to look at. Now, just warning you, when I send a lot of these lures, and especially Death Valley, if you call me and order it or send me a message, whatever, to order it, it will be shipped to you and packed in kitty litter. There's a reason I do that. So I pack it in cat litter so that it doesn't get flagged, and so that you don't end up getting arrested and I don't get harassed for trying to smuggle weed through the mail. So just know that the skunk is in there for sure. And it will do what it's supposed to do. It will stay there. It's in an oil base. It will not wash out. It will not freeze out. It will not fade away. It's not in Vaseline. It's not in Sure Gel. It's not in anything like that, or Super Gel. So move on here to Red Diamond number 1. Red Diamond number 1 is an excellent raccoon lure. It's really sweet, really sticky. The raccoon will not walk by, and I don't care if you want to use it in a dog proof, in a cage, you know, in the back of a bucket, in the back of a pocket set, in a dirt hole. It doesn't matter. Red Diamond number 1 is really good in the early season for raccoon. Red Diamond number 2 is the same formula above as number 1, but with a little bit of a sweeter end note to it. So again, it's another one that the raccoon just they can't avoid it. They won't walk by it. It works really well early in the season. Okay, so we move on to our beaver lures, and you guys that have used my beaver lure this fall and through the winter and through the spring, you know how well my beaver lures work for you. They all have a heavy oil base to them to withstand the weather. They will not wash away. They will not fade out. That oil slick will wash down the waterway, and it will cling to the vegetation, the rocks, the bank, and it works as as it's washing down, it's carrying odors with it. So what it acts as is as a trail scent for that beaver to follow back to your set. Swamp Master, where we start off with beaver lure. Swamp Master is a heavy caster base lure. It's again, it's in an oil base. It's not in super gel or Vaseline or Certo or anything like that. It's in a really heavy oil base that will sure enough pull beaver to you. Cypress Breaks is a curiosity type beaver lure. It's really attractive to otters too. So if you're using it after your otter season has closed, you need to be very careful with it because it will catch otter as well. And don't be afraid to use Cypress Breaks as a change up on your bobcat line either. It is very attractive to bobcats. Iowa Silver is another curiosity type lure, again in a heavy oil base. You guys that have used it this year have just done phenomenal with it. I get your pictures, I get your comments, and I really appreciate all of that. Iowa Silver is a direct takeoff of my very old original Iowa Gold. For any of you older viewers that have used my Iowa Gold in the past, you know what it was. Iowa Silver is direct takeoff of it. We had trouble getting one ingredient for it for a lot of years, but we found it again. We found where it's available. We can get it now in an unlimited quantity. So Iowa Silver is a good one to have. Chips. I cannot tell you all just exactly how proud I am of this lure and how proud I am of the fact that y'all are using it in the way that you are. Chips is a lure, a beaver lure. Again, caster based, same as all the others, heavy oil base. Chips will flat piss a beaver off right now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If there's a beaver close, Chips is going to pull him to you. There have been some tremendous catches made this year from guys using Chips. Couple of new ones we have coming out in this lineup also. The next one is Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck is a caster base lure that is good for everything. If you needed one lure to go catch beaver, to go catch coyotes, to go catch bobcats, muskrat, mink, raccoon, it doesn't matter, Thunderstruck is one to do it. Thunderstruck again is a caster base lure put up in a heavy oil base as well. Will withstand the elements, will withstand Mother Nature, whatever Mother Nature has to throw at it. It's a really sweet, really mild lure, so it works good to down to about 15 degrees. And then it's going to want to kind of play out on you as far as that goes. But if you need to catch something, Thunderstruck is one to do that with. Another new one that we're coming out with this year is a snare bait. And what it is, it's a really loud bait. Now it works just fine with footholds, the same as it does with snares or cable restraints. What I designed this bait for specifically was for guys that can't use sight baits, such as throwing out 300 pounds of beef scraps or a roadkill deer or whatever might be legal in your area, in your state. Or maybe it's really rough country that you can't get back into with, say, a pickup load or a trailer load on a four-wheeler full of bait. You can't get there for some reason. You can take a 16-ounce jar of snare bait and 40-50 snares in a pack, and what you do with it is take the bait and tie it, put it on a rag or sheep's wool or something of that sort, tie it up in the tree where it's about chest high, and it's in the brush patch that you're wanting to bait up, and then start setting your snares, cable restraints, or footholds, whatever's legal in your state. Start setting those up around the bait station. That's what it's designed for. It will work. You can put some of it down a dirt hole. You could, I wouldn't recommend it in a flat set or a grab and die type set, because the simple fact is it is very, very, very loud. And a little of it goes a long ways. So anyway, that's a bait that some of you snare men might want to take into consideration. Now we'll jump back here a minute. All right. We also are offering again our Texas peg leg bait. A very loud predator bait. Oily base, stays where you put it, clings right in there, will withstand anything that Mother Nature can throw at it other than an ice storm, where it's going to seal the odor off, you know. Works very well down a dirt hole, works pretty good at a flat set. It's pretty loud rank bait though, so just be aware of that. Texas Canyon bait breaks is another bait that a base that predators just can't resist. They just will not walk by it. It's put up at the right stage to hold maximum attraction to all predators. Predator Buster, guys, I've got trappers that are buying this stuff by the gallons. Predator Buster is a beaver meat based bait that is taken down to a liquid form. Okay, nobody else in the industry does that I'm aware of. You know, they all stop it when it's at its highest, rankest, loudest that you can get it. Predator Buster goes on beyond that and goes sweet. It's a really sweet, really mild predator bait that they want to eat. So, you know, it's really oily too. It stays where you put it. Just pour it down a dirt hole. You can put it on a flat set. You can use it at a grab and die, either one. It does have a lot of very expensive musk in it as well. You know, I could actually bottle that off into 2-ounce and 4-ounce bottles and sell it as a lure if I wanted to. But I choose not to do that for y'all's convenience. It's a bait. And we move off to our ringer raccoon bait. Ringer is fish based. Will catch, you know, holds high attraction to the raccoon, of course, the mink, and the otter. Does work fairly well early season too in dirt holes for fox and coyote and bobcats. It's a really nice, easy to use bait for the raccoon. And then we come to our little ornery. Little ornery is a fruit-based bait made to be used in early season. You can use it in dog proofs, you can use it in cages, you can use it in the back of a bucket, in a pocket set, in a dirt hole, just whatever you choose to use. A sweet fruit type based bait. Little ornery is one that will do that for you. Okay, so there's been some changes in the prices as I said on my Facebook page. Guys, the cost of these ingredients has just gone up tremendously. I can't absorb the price difference anymore. I did last year. I kept the prices where they were last year, and I absorbed it and everything like that. But this year, I can't afford to do it and stay in business. So the prices are, as a 2-ounce lure is now $15, a 4-ounce lure is $25, and a 16-ounce bait is the same price at $15. So, you know, I apologize, you know, for having to raise the prices, but I honest to gosh, I just didn't have no choice. So let's move on here to some new products that we're coming out with, and we've got some new ones here. The first one is Spot Remover. Spot Remover is a bobcat lure that is just unreal. It's an old formula that I hung on to for years for myself. Okay, if I went into an area where maybe my lures had already been abused, I could go in with Spot Remover and pick up those cats that were there that maybe wouldn't come to something else. It's a gland-based cat lure, very, very attractive to cats. Works pretty well on coyotes, works really good on gray fox as well. We'll pick up the occasional red fox. Honestly, can't say that it will catch otters. I've never tried it on otters. So there's one, if y'all want to play around with it a little bit, you're sure more than welcome to do that. Then we come to our Water Boy. Water Boy is a castor and mink gland based lure. We'll catch raccoon, we'll catch mink, we'll catch otters, we'll catch, you know, just about anything. don't be afraid to throw it out there on your canine line as a change-up or on your cat line as well. Waterboy is a really, really good late season type raccoon lure. And when I say late season, I mean when they're breeding. It's like I said, it's a castor based lure with some mink gland thrown in it, as well as some other musks and other ingredients, and it will sure enough take those late season big bore raccoon for you. Dog Days. Dog Days is one that I'm very proud of. Dog Days is a gland lure that just a very superb gland lure. All three, bobcat, red fox, and coyote glands go into this one. The musk that go in it are extensive and very expensive. Those musk are hard to come by. That's why these lures that I'm mentioning right now are going to be in limited quantities only. And when I'm out of them, I'm sorry guys, I'm out of them. It's just the way it is. Beaver Eliminator. Beaver Eliminator is a lure to be used on beaver that won't respond to anything else. There's no castor in it of any kind. There's no food odors of any kind in it. Beaver Eliminator will sure enough pick up those waspy ones on you that won't come to anything else. Now, these four lures that I just mentioned, the Spot Remover, the Waterboy, Dog Days, and the Beaver Eliminator, are available in 4-ounce bottles only at $40 for a 4-ounce bottle. And like I said, guys, when they're gone, they're gone. There's not going to be, you know, I can't just go whip up a batch because of the aging process, and then again obtaining the bases and obtaining the musk and the oils that go into it. So $40 for a 4-ounce bottle on those four lures. So guys, I guess that's about it for now. I will be attending several conventions this year, starting off with the Fur Takers Convention in Jefferson, Wisconsin. Then we'll be at the NTA Convention in Escanaba, Michigan. The Iowa Trappers Convention at Osage, Iowa. The Missouri Trappers Convention at Chillicothe, Missouri. The Illinois Trappers Convention at Decatur, Illinois. And then the Backwater Baits Convention at Bloomfield, Iowa. I will be at all 5 of those conventions for sure. Maybe a few more along the way yet. Haven't decided yet. Again, I do offer instructions too, personal instructions, and you know, we can do it during the season, we can do it now after the season, you know, anytime that fits your schedule, whatever animal, you know, that's legal around that you decide you may need some help with. I do offer instructions during the season here in Iowa, and then also in Louisiana and possibly Arkansas this year as well too. So if you live down in the South or close to those states, you know, this way I'm coming to you and actually be in your kind of country, your kind of territory. So you're not, let's say you're in South Louisiana and you want to take instructions, coming to Iowa for instructions may or may not help you any. But where I'm coming to your part of the country, your part of the world, might be a benefit to you. You can call me anytime. My phone's always on. If I do not answer right away, I will call back just as soon as I can if you just leave me a message. My phone number is 319-217-0655. You can also hit me up on Facebook, on Messenger, shoot me a text, you know, all the, you know, I'm not on TikTok, I'm not on Instagram or any of that, but, you know, there's several ways to contact me if you choose to. So, again, guys, I appreciate everything you've done for our lure business. I appreciate everything that y'all have done for my YouTube channel as well. If you haven't yet, if you would please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and share this video. I surely do appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, this is Dale Billingsley once again with another one. Signing out.